Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, we're diving into three powerful array methods in JavaScript: map, filter, and reduce. If you've ever found yourself writing loops to manipulate arrays, these methods are about to change your life. They make working with arrays much more efficient, cleaner, and even a bit fun. So let's get started. Before we dive into the code, let's quickly talk about what these methods actually do. Map. It transforms each element in an array and returns a new array with the transformed values. Think of it like taking a list of numbers and doubling each one. Filter, as the name suggests, it filters out elements from an array based on a condition and returns a new array with only the elements that meet that condition. It's like getting only the even numbers from a list. Reduce. It takes all the elements in an array and reduces them down to a single value. This could be a sum, a product, or even a more complex object. Alright, now that we have a basic understanding, let's jump into some practical examples. Let's start with map method. Here I have an array of numbers. If I want to double each value, I can use map method. Const doubled equals numbers dot map. Here we have to pass a function. I am passing an arrow function to this, or you can pass traditional functions also. Let's say parameter in multiply 2. Let's display the new array, console.log, doubled. In this code, we used map method to create a new array called doubled. The function inside map takes each element in the original array and multiplies it by 2. The original array remains unchanged, which is important to note. Next, let's move on to filter method. Let's say I only want the even numbers from this array. I can write const evens equals numbers dot filter parameter in modulus 2 equals to 0. Let's display the new array console.log evens. Here, filter method takes each number and checks if it's divisible by 2. If the condition is true, it gets added to the new array evens. Otherwise, it's left out. This is great for filtering data based on specific criteria. You can see the final answer in the console. It simply returns a new array containing only even numbers from original array. Now, let's get to the most powerful and sometimes tricky method, reduce method. It can be used to perform almost any array operation by accumulating a result. For example, let's add up all the numbers in our array. Const sum equals numbers dot reduce. Here we have to pass an arrow function, having two parameters, accumulator, and current value, which is going to return accumulator plus current value, and pass an initial value for accumulator, which is 0. Let's display the result, console.log sum. In this example, it uses two main parameters, the accumulator, which keeps the running total, and the current value, the element being processed. There is also an optional initial value for the accumulator. If provided, the accumulator starts at this initial value. If not, reduce method uses the first element of the array as the initial accumulator and starts iterating from the second element. In this code, accumulator starts at 0, and each element is added in sequence, resulting in a total sum. If the initial value is omitted, the first array element will be used as the starting accumulator, and iteration begins from the second element. Next, let's talk about when should you use each of these methods. Use map method when you want to transform all elements in an array and get a new array back. Use filter method when you want to get a subset of elements based on a condition. Use reduce method when you need to boil down the array to a single value, whether it's a number, object, or even another array. These methods can even be chained together for more complex operations. For example, you could first filter out odd numbers, then double the remaining numbers using map method, and finally sum them up with reduce method. Let's see a real-world example. Suppose we have a list of products with prices, and we want to get the total cost of all products costing more than $20, with a 10% tax applied. Const total cost equals products dot filter. Let's say product dot price greater than 20. After that, we have to apply 10% tax to all elements filtered out. Dot map product dot price multiply 1.1. And lastly, we have to calculate the sum of the modified array. Dot reduce accumulator, short for ACC, and price, which is going to ACC plus price. Set an initial value, 0. Let's display it. Console.log total cost. Here, we used filter method to get products costing more than $20, map method to apply a 10% tax to each price, and reduce method to sum up the total cost. This example showcases how these methods can simplify array processing tasks. And there you have it, map, filter, and reduce explained with practical examples. These methods can help you write cleaner, more readable JavaScript code. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coding content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching.